Hey, Deb Coviello here, the Drop-In CEO, and I just want to talk to you guys. You guys have it all wrong. When you go to your board of directors and talk about just the results, you are setting yourself up for failure. I know this time and time again because what happens is numbers are visible. You can trash people because they're not getting the results, and then you hurry scurry and try to fix the results, or you try to message things in a positive way to show them that you are going to get the results, or what were the reasons that stood in your way that you couldn't get them this particular quarter. Such wasted energy. You guys have to stop this. What I have learned about when you go in to speak to your stakeholders or board of directors, it's about controlling the narrative around what outcomes you want to achieve, because some of the most successful people would say, believe me, stay the course. I promise, if we put these things in place, ultimately we're going to get to where we need to go. And it's about the process. What do you need in the process? What are the leading indicators of success? Stay true to the outcomes, and lead with that when you go in to speak to board of directors or the stakeholders, because we need to own that narrative. We need to paint the vision of where we're going and how they can help you, versus being put under microscope and why did you do this and why didn't you get that? Because it's a little bit of a control thing that you need to manage. Mind you, board of directors are very valuable and they do control a lot. But if we can start from a place of talking about the outcomes that we were set to achieve, what you want to achieve, or if you've already set that out, continue to talk about the outcomes. Because ultimately, and let them know, the results will come through and you'll talk about them at the end. But the most important stuff that strategic leaders need to talk about is the support needed and the enabling things that you need. Now, I brought this in from another quick video that I had about things you need to do to measure performance. It is not about the service. It's not about the quality. It's not about market share, because that stuff is the results and they're going to come. But you need to talk about where are we at in the organization in terms of maturity. Are we in crisis? Are we just in chaos, but we're going to go into crisis? Or are we in a good place of control? And how can we leverage some of the opportunities? You need to understand where the organizational maturity is, but also, I'm going to bring this back in, leading indicators of the people. The people, do they have the capability, the capacity, and the confidence to do that work to ultimately achieve those outcomes? And if you don't know, or you're not sure, please verify, because the buck stops with you. You need to know these things. And those are the gaps that you need to close. Start measuring confidence, capability, and capacity. Close those gaps, and I promise you, you will unleash potential. And then continue to own the conversation, talk about the risks, and how do you need their help and support. Because ultimately the board has to work for you to enable you to be success. And so that's what I wanted to share with you. A couple tips and thoughts for you when you go in to talk to the board or stakeholders. Own the narrative. Talk about what's most important, the leading indicators, the enablers. Paint a vision of the future. It's going to put you up on top. Deb Coviello, the Drop-In CEO. Join me again on the next film.